on to, better times and another new day. I didn't feel like cooking. I went for a walk, now I do. So we're having tacos. Tacos. With no teeth, I'll have a taco salad. Well, I have teeth, I just don't wear them. The dry mouth, they won't stay in. The muscle weakness in the dry mouth, they won't stay in. The powder, the paste, it doesn't work. After they slammed my jaw shut the last time, I said to hell with spending money on them. Oh no. Pull the damn things. Oh well, right? I wish you could see this scar. They'll claim it's where they were taking arterial blood gases. At home, a nail, all for being gay. Richard told us you were sneaking cigarettes. Richard sneaks his penis where Dad sneaks his penis where it doesn't belong, along with his buddies. He brings that shit home from school with him. Yeah, right. Who? So huge thank you to Cameron Blau for signing off on the form my sister filled out, the story that my mother had told her. I had talked to my mother's sister-in-law, Donna. Don't be a Donna, especially a Donna Osborne, about my mother's behavior at night. Pre-me acting crazy at all. She deleted the messages in obstruction. As I stated, I thought the hardest thing to do after having my teeth pulled would be eating. No, speaking is the most difficult thing. Because everything sounds like it's coming out slurred, especially with right-sided paralysis. No, you're just intoxicated. Well, hell's bells. Can't win for losing with those people. And then they cry about suicide, like they're the victim. Victims. Victims, all their goddamn lives. So as I said, let me tell you why my temporal artery burst. I let Mason County know, thanks to your all's stupidity, no offense. Mr. Boggs was more concerned about his ego than threat to life. But then again, after everything I had been through with law enforcement and the perversion, why in the hell would he care? So shall we talk about Nancy Gutman, saying she didn't care if she caused a patient to have kidney failure, or withholding a wheelchair from a patient with a metabolic wasting disorder who couldn't stand. Now working with Christy Klebeck Boggs. Or Kelly Moss, working with Christy Klebeck Boggs. Or Patty Positek and Bill, working with Christy Klebeck Boggs. You should have consulted. Like I said, the ties to child porn. After Mrs. Boggs was a bitch at Kroger, she wasn't there, a lot longer, was she, Ellen? Then she went to Mason Family Drug. Then founded the new pharmacy for Primary Plus in Fleming County. Now Ellen knows why Christy was such a bitch to me that day. They always told me to act my age. Yeah, and like I said, you girls sit your asses right there. I'm going down to the milk barn to get some feed sacks. We're going to go out and pick a mess of wild mustard. We'll sew them together and dye them green. Our mother liked a lot of pepper on her eggs and olives. You'll eat them and enjoy them. Which is why complex post-traumatic stress disorder should be written into the Diagnostic Statistic Manual or whatever it's called. It's a hell of a different ballgame when you're assaulted from every aspect. Family, social, political, religion, peers, medical, legal, judicial. All for being gay. What would make K-Pump and A-Flack really moist? Diesel Escalade. Social media, Diesel, post, Diesel, post, Diesel, post. Brand new, totally new. Duramax diesel, 3 liter. I don't know which ones of them worked for who, Ford and General Motors back in the day. "35 miles per gallon on the highway out of an Escalade." Sounds like somebody had an accident on the interstate. Get a dinner plate and set it on it. My poor brain is just nothing anymore. Pray to God it doesn't crack. You're bad, aren't you? You can smell this delicious hamburger cooking, can't you? These things are a godsend. Tacos are easy enough, just like chicken noodle soup was easy enough. Sometimes I don't feel like cooking. Blogging every waking moment, why not? How their banana trees survived the wintertime here, I'll never know. I'd like to do some landscaping, but today would have been a really good day to take the shears out there and cut some of this shit down, but like I tried to state to Mr. Berger, Dr. Thomas Berger that day, I know I can touch my toes, asshole. It hurts like hell, and I become so dizzy, I almost faint. I believe that's called syncope, and it's a very serious health condition. But then cardiologists don't even think to order a 24-hour heart monitor because, it's just nothing. Doctors, too goddamn arrogant to read the fucking whole file. So, yeah, taking dolls and rubbing them all over my genitals. Pissing the bed until high school. All embarrassing facts no one wants to talk about, but you know what? They're signs of being sexually abused. Do you think any of their physicians ever bothered to mention those little facts? No. Couldn't place liability on anyone. It's all me just being lazy and a faggot and all this other stupid shit. So let me tell you how I can't even afford to support myself. I'm sure as hell not going to sell myself like Lisa Williams, whatever her last name is now, suggested. Yes, the DARE teacher, Deputy DARE teacher, telling us to sell ourselves. Pretty much. Flew right on out of there, whatever airlines. Resigned with full pension and benefits. That's what they do with them. We're going to fire you, but we'll give you the opportunity to resign so you can maintain your, stash. Just like when I felt Tyson was trying to silently push me out the door. Oh no, you're going to open yourself to a huge lawsuit. I'll resign. And I did. Because that's how I roll. syndrome is covered in public. It's not my fault their physicians diagnosed it as the shits of the mouth. Do you think they notated that in any medical documentation? Boo-hoo. So shall I talk more about conversion reparative therapy and being squeezed and mashed and everything else? I think I better change my underwear again today. After Eastern State now I leak out the front too. Or shall I talk more about Erica Michelle Crawford's ties to the fucking date rape scene in Mason County? And we don't have laced cannabis products in this area. Their ties to Mr. Lewis and Mr. Lewis's ties to Deputy Gill and his wife Rebecca. Oh well, right? Just like with Colonel Palmer's tax-exempt organizations, Kentucky Equality Federation and Marriage Equality of Kentucky, when I was on the board, Tourette's in the modern age includes this, electronic communications. It's kind of brutal. So, friends don't talk to each other like that. My apologies for my health. He cries about his cancer a fucking enough. So let me tell you more about the Kentucky Colonel program and their hazing. Donald was a Kentucky Colonel. Remember Jordan? See, I can be a bitch too. I bitched about this too. Guess what? My tax-exempt status isn't, politically based. I don't have to worry about people complaining about political posts. Oh, another thing. Tax-exempt status, now that I'm on it and can remember it. Like I said, when I was in Tractor Supply that day buying needles, cattle, we just started requiring people to sign for these purchases. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh well. Just like with Town and Country. I've got a sick cat out here. I'll pick it up in a little while. Amoxicillin for the poor kitty cats when they're sick. But it's a play on one of Debbie's stories. Yeah, I got a sick cat out here. He's been catting around for days. Friends don't talk to one another like that. What in the hell are you talking about? And who in the fuck do you think you're talking to? Unique perspective? You people never even took the time to know it. Bitching about me taking a Loratab and a beer out of Jordan's refrigerator or whoever's fucking apartment that was. You all don't have a fucking clue. I don't stand up in front of those goddamn rapey cameras for a reason. I do everything behind closed doors because of video voyeurism child pornography. I waved my wand and turned Patrick into the beautiful man he is today. Christy's the one who kissed him. How could you say that about Jimmy and Paulette? A night terror. Sam Bavard used to terrorize me too. Jimmy and Paulette go to his church. Sam Bavard really did used to threaten to hurt his own children. My God is a vengeful God. Cunts is a very British word. What about it? I got bitched at for that. Cunts is a very British word. What the fuck about it? What the feck about it? Mr. Biddle and his geothermal heating system out in Lewis County. Yeah, I remember that conversation from 7th grade. He was Dr. Biddle's brother, if memory serves me correctly, and he was hotter than Hades. So yeah, my long-term memory is pretty fairly well intact, other than the moments. Short-term memory, thanks to antipsychotic therapy. What? What's burning? Oh, that's right. Thanks a lot, Kim. I'd like to be left alone for once in my life without people harassing me about behavior they deem inappropriate because of, religion or medical and fraud and all this other stupid shit. I could describe Dr. O'Neill's house in more detail if I felt like it. She and Lawrence had divorced, according to them. She and Catherine and Connor moved to Kentucky. And Lawrence was still practicing law in Canada. But no, I don't know anything. I don't have a clue. I'm a liar, according to the Kentucky State Police. Beautiful foyer. Had a compass in it, I